Hello everyone, this is Ether Dragon, and welcome back to another episode of Fire Emblem Heroes. So today we are going to take on the Duma Mythic Hero battle. I did record this when it is, I think, the second day after it came out because I was busy the first day. But I realized I could do a slightly cleaner solution, so I decided to re-record it. Not a big deal. Just running this team, pretty standard. Flashing Blade for the acceleration and Dragon Fang for the nuking. Honestly, I should be using Heavy Blade because, again, if you don't know, Blade Tomes, they add attack equal to the sum of the field buffs, which are blue, as we will see in the battle. So if you're buffed with +6 to all stats, you get overall +30 attack. So Nino could have 80 attack. Which of course with Heavy Blade is pretty darn consistent. Versus Flashing Blade where Nino can only get so much speed. And as we'll see, some of the units here have a ridiculous amount of speed. But honestly, it's alright that we don't proc Flashing Blade all the time. And here just running Tiki, pretty standard set. Was trying out Breath of Fog, honestly. Light Breath Plus is just super solid for PvE because when she's enemy phasing a lot and has to stray away from the group, having an extra source of buffs is incredibly useful, especially when units have inflated stats. So running Distant Defense and Bonfire again for the damage output. And Distant Defense, as we'll see, will come in clutch quite a bit. Bride Indian, pretty standard, and Veronica, also pretty standard. So let's get started. I would say anything about this Mythic Hero battle, even though it's the first one, it was definitely quite easy for me. Now I know that I'm using some particular means to cheese this, and Adult Tiki is forever balanced Kappa Niloi. But seriously, after all this time, Gen 1 units can still be relevant, Kappa. But yeah, this particular Mythic Hero battle, I don't know. I cleared up through Infernal first try, blindly. Like, I didn't know what I was getting into going into this, but I managed to clear it with just solid play. I don't know. I don't know if it's the memes being too strong or if this map is easy. I think honestly the map's pretty easy because aside from these super turbo speedy flyers, most of these buddies are pretty slow, average or below average speed, and they don't have that many threatening units, if I'm being perfectly honest here. Having a lot of slow units means it's a lot easier to double and kill, because say these guys with their decent bulk and super high HP and super high speed, you can't double them unless you invest a ton into speed. So it definitely becomes a challenge, but I mean, for Blade Tome memes, I mean, it doesn't matter, Kappa. But honestly, I think it's just this entire area in the middle where only flyers can go across, because then it forces reinforcements to go down these two aisles. So as you'll see, we're just going to take down the left pretty easily, while the folks on the right take forever to get over. So, I don't know. I was able to clear Abyssal in about 10 minutes, and really all it was just fiddling with skill sets, nothing too specific, as in, I had to switch defense and res tactics heals on Veronica and Bride Minion, but other than that, didn't really have to do much. I was trying to use Breath of Fog for once because I usually do use Light Breath Plus and this stuff because it's just so good for PvE, getting those buffs, and so you can just walk out alone and still have decent stats, especially for Gen 1. 157 DST, by the way. It's kind of amazing to still see how, again, these Gen 1 units can still be used pretty darn well. Tiki definitely does not need Breath of Fog to shine. She's ridiculous. Nino is something else also. Just, I don't know, it seems like intelligent systems, like they technically have sorta stat creep Nino, but it hasn't been a complete stat creep across the board. There's some units have had more HP and I think maybe more speed or res or something. They've always had something, a drawback to it. And Nino is just, I don't know, too OP Keppa. But yeah, we're just gonna deal a crud ton of damage to these units, and we're gonna shred through Sacred Cowl because defensive special is definitely not really worth it right now in the meta, especially when there's a lot of tanky units. You can't afford to try and tank everything unless you're already super tanky, by which case, what's the point? I mean, I don't know. But we're gonna chip this red archer here. As you can see, she only does 40 damage, which was annoying because she was one attack short of picking up the kill on the red archer a lot. So there's that. But Nino again going to do her best and nuke the heck out of this flyer. And now finally folks are starting to show up on the right side, but this guard axe cav's able to live because of guard. Denying specials in 2019 is still relevant. Mark my words, it's going to forever be meta. As long as you can deny specials, it makes a lot of units a lot weaker. Of course, units like Duma here, they just have an attack stat, so they don't necessarily need a special to kill. And I think the scarier thing is the fact that you can definitely see Dumas with this kind of a attack stat, if not higher, because the guy has 40 base attack super boon, and plus 10 merges for 48, and then felled breaths 19 might, so that's 67 base attack before any other skills. And then with weapon active, it's 73, and then you give him a field buff for 6, so 79 attack, and then you still have an A slot, S slot. You'd probably use like A slot for DC if you want to get coverage. Otherwise, you know, you could put Fierce Stance Seal, another like Fierce Breath, or whatever the heck you wanted. You could get some ridiculous attack, and that's why I think honestly Doom is quite a bit better than Male Grima in my opinion. Male Grima has built-in DC, but the thing with him is he doesn't get as much attack out of it because Duma's weapon is 19 might first of all, so you already get 3 more attack than expiration. But on top of that, if your enemies have less than 100% HP, then you're gonna get 6 more attack. But here we're just gonna see Tiki casually wall a blue flyer. Distant defense doing its work there. But yep. And then this red archer here has shining bow, and that's where the 7 damage comes from. Because the one thing about Tiki is it's very lopsided on bulk, a lot more defense than res. And of course I'm running defense for fine on top as well. But here we go, we're gonna have Duma show up here, incoming. But I don't know, the other weird thing was they have armor march to, you know, make sure Duma gets around somewhere quickly. But the guy has defense res solo, so it's kind of awkward. But we're gonna have Nino here attack the sword dragon, do quite a bit of damage, not kill, but that's what Tiki is here for. Just going to casually pick up the kill, because these sword dragons do not have a lot of res. So we're just gonna dance Nino here, heal her up, and we're gonna get ready for some more memes. So Duma's incoming, some of the mages are incoming. At this point, we're just going to go ahead and heal up Tiki now. And of course, I could technically here on this turn save my Windfire Balm Plus to buff now, but it doesn't really matter. It doesn't actually matter. So Nino's just gonna casually take out Duma here in one round. because she's at max HP, so she's just gonna double, and defense res solo is not active. But I mean, it turns out that it doesn't matter, because even if it was active, she would have gotten an exact kill, which is why we didn't need the Windfire Bomb Plus for the extra 2 attack. But at this point, we're just going to place Tiki in range here and end turn. Optimal stuff, people. End turn, forever relevant. But this red mage here, I'm gonna chip into Nino because Nino doesn't kill. And it's kind of a good thing because then this green cav here can't attack Nino as well. So we're just gonna go ahead and take out the red mage with Nino. And casually pick up the kill there. And then we're just going to go chill out, move back because we can. I could have moved straight into the axe armor and got myself panic deployed and still wreck face, but I was, nah, we'll just do it the quote-unquote safer way. But I don't know if I'm going to have time to see if I can do a no heal clear. That would definitely be a crud ton more challenging, not gonna lie. That would be a challenge indeed, because there are quite a bit of enemies here, and charging up specials consistently without like steady breath, for example, is quite difficult. But here we're just gonna have Tiki finish off the Axe Knight, and that's it. It's pretty simple, not gonna lie. It was just taking out the flyers in the middle, and then moving over to the left, and then taking out the units that are coming around from the right because they take too long. Let's go all the way around, and that's where I think this map went wrong for like free-to-play guys and stuff. Even pretty okay on difficulty because we have air and stuff now, so it's a lot easier to pick up kills for sure. But that's gonna be it for this episode. Thanks for watching. As always, this is Ether Dragon, and hope to see you all next time. Bye.